And the video started more quickly this time. That's good. As you can see on screen, this is a different website because this came up first on the Google search. So I figured if it's good enough for Google, it's good enough for me, and it's makes a change, and it's accurate. This is from a cancer support charity. I've heard about them months ago, as I'm bound to, considering I've got cancer. And they are a big charity, so they're easier to come across, even if you never heard of them. This relates to the second half of the previous video I did. I decided to do a separate video as it was more important to do this time round. And this is on, as it says there in green, CETUXIMAB. Assuming that's how you pronounce it, but that's how it looks, how you pronounce it. CETUXIMAB. This is the drug I was given, let's see, yesterday afternoon. Today is the 9th, because I'm uploading this a bit late due to sleeping problems that are directly connected. So the day after the treatment was the 8th, but I actually got it on the 7th. So it was like the afternoon of the 7th of October I had this. I heard about it a few days before, I think on Monday, when the cancer doctor told me about it. And I signed the consent form to agree to it, as it sounded like a good idea the way he explained it. It sounded like a better thing than I had before and what I'm going to get after, which is chemo. So this is like a supplementary type medication or a treatment, if that's the better term. So I got that, and there were no problems initially or by the end of it or on the way home. And so I didn't need an ambulance. I didn't even need a break, because when I had my first dose of chemo, I needed about an hour to recover. On this, I only needed about 10 minutes. So that was great. And but the night that followed the afternoon of when I had it injected, or I think the term is infused, that made me urinate. Normally when I get up in the middle of the night to go to the toilet, it's like rare. So I couldn't even say how often, which is good, because I prefer that it's rare, if non-existent. But this time I think I got up maybe 6 times over the course of 2 hours. And maybe once or twice before that period, and probably once or twice after that period. But there was like a 2-hour stretch, maybe even 1 hour, I don't know. It's difficult to keep track of the time, but I didn't look at the time because there's no point. You just got to do what you got to do. So I did the urination, or pissing to use a common term, and at least it was in the toilet and not in bed, so that's a good thing. But I didn't like the idea of going up and down, up and down, up and down. I've been in situations like that before, like when the cancer started and then when the chemo started, but it was never that frequent. And there was less hassle involved this time. I suppose that was good. But I still didn't like the fact you had to get up and then go back to bed. And you can't stay awake after you get up because you're so tired. It's impossible. So you can't choose to stay awake once you're up, because it's not an option. That's the way it goes. So that's what happened last night. And by the time I woke up, it was dusk. which roughly speaking is 6 p.m. If you look at the average across the year, it's like dawn is like 6 a.m. It's like a mirror of dusk. It's like a 12-hour stretch in between, which is half a day. That's how you work it out. So I went to bed maybe around midnight. I can't remember. I didn't feel too sleepy. I thought I would, but I didn't. It might have been 2 a.m. I went to bed, because there's no point going to bed if you aren't going to sleep. So I waited until I got tired. Then there's a great chance you're going to stay asleep. So that was around 2 a.m. at the latest, midnight at the earliest. But still though, I think around dawn, I got a funny feeling I was up several times going to the toilet. Oh, that was that made me very tired. And I'm still a bit tired now, but not too tired, because I've gone through like all the hours of that day and into this day, which is Saturday now. So it could be like somewhere between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m. Now I actually thought it was Thursday when I woke up, because my body clock was messed around. Not that it hasn't been in the past, it's just that this was more worse than previous occasions. So I didn't really mention it much in the past. Like if I had to, I had to, but I didn't dwell upon it. But this time I'm doing majority of this video is about that, because that was the side effect. And even though it wasn't painful, it was very inconvenient. I suppose I should be grateful that was the only side effect. And what happens later today or tomorrow, like a delayed reaction, who knows? But I never heard there would be, and maybe there won't, because it's bound to be mentioned, I would have thought, if it's important. Because I see nurses and doctors, and they never mentioned it. Then again, they didn't mention the urination part, but maybe they did, and I overlooked it, because there's a lot of words go back and forth, and it's difficult to remember everything. The important thing is that you know that it's a good idea, and then you say yes. And so I said yes because it's a good idea, and on balance it is. It still is. I mean, I take the side effects as they are, because not only can I understand them more, because now I got experience. Maybe my body will acclimatise the next time round. I won't be so bad, because I heard that's highly possible. So in terms of mental experience and physical experience, it's all good in that regard. Plus there's the actual direct benefit of what this treatment is meant to do, which is a really good system, because it's called a targeted therapy. What it does is it targets these cells that sort of cause the cancer to either be initiated or spread. I can't remember whether it's one or the other, but they send out a signal that's negative in terms of having cancer, and this drug cuts off the signal being sent that either causes the cancer or perpetuates it. So whether it's one or the other, it cuts it off so that the cancer can't get worse, because it's being cut off. And that would happen during a period of, I assume, days or weeks. I don't know how quick it works, but it's in me now. It's been there for over a day, and I think it's been flushed out of my system because of all the urination I did. But I think the key ingredient is either when it worked, or it's still lingering around doing something rather than nothing, which is good. I haven't been given any pills to deal with it, I don't think. I might have. I'll have to check, but we'll see. There's no rush at the moment, and the weekend is here, and everything is okay once I awoke properly after some proper sleep. So gotta cross my fingers that things stay as they are, which is a sort of good situation compared to what it could be. Right, we've come up 10 minutes now, which is maybe twice as long as I expected to do this video, but I suppose there was a lot more to cover, it would seem. Anyway, that's it for this video. I'll upload it within the hour, and then I'll do another video after I awake later in the day, because I need to do this video to make up for the video I didn't upload before, because I got all mixed up with my ailment. It prevented me from doing what I planned to do, but I sort of made up for it by doing this video sooner than later. Anyway, that's the reason why I'm doing like 2 videos in short succession. Anyway, as I say, that's it for now, and goodbye for the present time.